Hello, everyone, and welcome to the live watch along of the Women's CPL Final 2024 between the defending champion Barbados Royals and the Trinbago Knight Riders. For a moment there, I almost said Calcutta Knight Riders. After all, they are the parent group for the Trinbago Knight Riders. So the news from Tarouba, that's the Brian Lara Cricket Academy in south of Trinidad, on our way to the day in San Fernando, is that Barbados Royals won the toss and asked Trinbago Knight Riders to take strike. And at the drinks break, after 10 overs, they are 47 for 2. Deandra Datin was bowled by Matthews for 6. She faced 8 deliveries. And Jeremiah Rodriguez when caught on bowl by Connell Henry for 2 from 6 deliveries. Since then, the second wicket went down with the score on 10. But since then, Janela Glasgow 19 from 25 deliveries and Sheikha Pandey 19 from 21 deliveries have helped Trinbago Knight Riders to be 47 for 2 after 10 overs. It was a lovely delivery from Alleyne Matthews that get rid of Deandra Datin, and I know that she would have loved it. So at the drinks break, we are just about to resume after the drinks break now, and it's 47 for 2. I'll go through the playing 11 quickly for you. That's the Trinbago Knight Riders playing 11 on the screen, which is Deandra Datin, Janela Glasgow. Those two opened the innings. I was very particular pleased to see Janelle Glasgow opening the innings. Jeremiah Rodriguez batted 3. Sheikha Pandya, Casey Knight, Jesse Johnson, Shadi Nation, Zayda James, Anisha Mohammed, Samara Ramnath, and Shamila Connell. There's a foreigner in this team that I think is missing. I only seen 3 foreigners in the four. Three. I'm only seeing 3 foreigners in the TKR team. Who is it that is not playing? Is it Burns? Probably Burns is missing. I wonder if she's injured or she has to go back for some reason or the other. So I think Burns should usually be in this team. Or is she from Guyana? I think she's from Guyana Amazon Warriors. So Samawikarama. It's going to be very interesting to see. I think it's Samawikarama from Sri Lanka that is not playing. So 47 for 2 as Matthews to continue. This will be her second over after getting the wicket of Deandra Datin in her first over. She saved herself so that she can bowl a good portion of the overs in the back end of the team. So Matthews is it. She comes round the wicket, bowls to Pandey, who drives down to long off for a single. The score will now moves up to 48 for 2. I thank you all for joining me. I appreciate it. Welcome to the Caribbean #1 cricketing channel for what I consider to be the most unbiased and most partial and most impartial channel on YouTube covering West Indies cricket. Now, the Barbados Royal team, I'm going to give it to you here as Matthews. She will now go over the wicket to Glasgow, who I'm very impressed with this left-handed batswoman. She was a part of the World Cup under-19 team, mostly as a bowler. Round the wicket, Matthews stay round the wicket, bowls to Glasgow, stand up and look to turn it into the onside. It came off the inner portion of his bat onto his body, goes out into the offside, and the score remains at 48 for 2 in over number 11. So Matthews in her second over, she's bowling to Glasgow, who's on 19 from 24. Let's watch now as Matthews. So soon the coach is just making some adjustment in the field. Here she comes now. Round the wicket, bowls to Glasgow, and Glasgow plays it back to the bowler. There is no run. Looking to give herself room there, but Matthews followed her and cramped her, and she played it back to the bowler. She's 19 from 27 and she needs to get a go on now. Definitely needs to get a go on. Let's watch now as she comes in now. Matthews round the wicket to Glasgow. Glasgow now giving herself room, cuts it into the offside, straight to the field, that cover. And again, there is no run. She remains on 48. So she's 48 from 28 deliveries. And that's Samuel's brother, Robert Samuels. I guess he is one of the coaches here. The coaches in the Trinbago Knight Riders set up. Glasgow down the pitch and swung this away over the top of mid-on, down to the boundary for 4. So something had to give. And after 4 deliveries, 3 deliveries without able to get Alleyne Matthews away, she came down the pitch and she swung it away over mid-on, down to the long-on boundary for 4. And that will now take her up to 23 from 29 deliveries. I don't think she timed it as right. It seems to be a good crowd here for this final. The TKR fans coming out supporting the TKR. At least that stand that we are seeing look fairly full. You could say probably 80% full. I don't know if that's the only stand they are using. Let's watch again now. Round the wicket. 52 for 2. Ball to Glasgow. She gave herself room. She cuts this. Can't beat the field at the edge of the circle, but they go through for a quick singer. She will keep the strike. The score moves up to 53 for 2 after 11 overs. That's just about 4.7. Well, 4.7 thereabouts. So they need to get a go on. She beat the throw, even if it would have hit the stump. So please, I ask for your feedback. I ask for your communication and interaction. The West Indies squad for the World Cup was named earlier today, the women team. I didn't get a chance to download it, but from memory, Matthews is in it, Shady Nation, Deandra Dottin. There are 2 players who are not playing in the CPL that are in it. I think Manguru, I know Basil don't think that Manguru should have been there, but I think she should have been there. There was another player. Her name is new to me, but she's not in the CPL. But persons like Kate Wilmot, who was in the West Indies squad for the last 2 series in Pakistan and Sri Lanka, she has been left out. Rashada Williams have been left out. Stephanie Taylor is fit to be named in the squad, so Stephanie Taylor is in the squad. Chanel Henry is also in the squad. Afi Fletcher, Ramarak is there. So I will post the squad on the home page very shortly. 53 for 2 at the end of over number 11. 24 to Glasgow, Janela Glasgow. And with her at the crease is Pandey on 21. So 24 from 30 deliveries, 20 from 22 deliveries is Pandey. So she's taking guard, and they just, it's the first I've ever seen the women game played so slowly. They are really playing this very, very slowly, and I don't know why, So I don't know why all of a sudden. Is it the effect of so many men who played for West Indies now coaching these teams, and they are just teaching them, these girls, these bad habits? High in the air, she should be caught. Mid-off, runs back, took the catch out. Janela Glasgow goes. So she hit that high in the air. Alleyne just getting the wicket there. 24 she made, and the score is now 53 for 2. They are there with their celebration, but I'm not impressed. I won't impress with those celebrations. There's no reason to be slowing up the cricket so much. The cricket is just so slow, and I'm not happy about that. I'm not impressed with the fact that they are slowing up the cricket that much any at all. The cricket can speed up. They are taking such a long time. 53 though for 3 TKR in over number 12, and this total will certainly not be a challenging one for Barbados Royals at this time. I appreciate your company. Please interact. Please subscribe to the channel and interact. And so Glasgow gone for 24. Jonassen, the Australian, comes to the crease. Another left-hander, and let's see how long they will take before they bowl this next delivery, because she has been dismissed probably about 2 minutes ago, and this is the nature, and she's there. So let's watch. They're still not ready yet. So slow. I mean, and this is one of the reasons why West Indies cricket will never reach the standard that we want to see them reach, because the intensity is not there. They're still not ready. She's just looking at. So the time that they were there celebrating the wicket, why they didn't get back to their field and be ready to play the cricket? All now the field isn't set. Finally, over the wicket, ball to Jan to turn this into the onside. They go for a quick single. 54 for 3 in over number 12. 54 for 3. So Janela Glasgow had to go. She had to go, but she just mistimed that one, and she was out of the bowling of Alleyne. 54 for 3 in over number 12. So it appears that it's just that one side. I will react to the West Indies women team in a later video, because I have a lot to say about that press conference. And when probably tomorrow morning, or if not tomorrow morning, probably Monday, because Sunday will be a very, very, very busy day. And then I'll react to it. But it was not the best press conference. I'm telling you the truth. As she looks to whip this in the onside, taken on the pad, and there is no run. The score remains at 54 for 3 in over. 54 for 3 in over number 12. Barbados Royals winning the toss and asking the Trinbago Knight Riders to bat, and they have lost Dottin for 6, Glasgow for 24, and Rodriguez for 2. At the crease now is Pandey. She's not out 20, and Jonassen is on 1 from 1. The batswoman to come is Nation, Casey Knight, Zadia James. Zadia James is in the World Cup squad. She's in the World Cup squad. So I think that probably give you the entire 15, because I don't think I'm leaving out anyone. Ramarak, the new girl that I don't know, I can't quite pick up her name. She looks to turn this into the onside, taken on her body, and there is no run. So there's a lot of things here. Wow. So let's watch now. It's 54 for 3. Well, that's a good size crowd, That's a good size crowd watching this match, because I figured that's more than 1,000 persons watching this match. Over the wicket come Alleyne, full toss. Ball to Jonassen. Cannot beat the field that wide, extra cover. There is no run. The score remains at 54 for 3. What I can tell you, though, is that Rashada Williams is not in the team. Is Quiana Joseph in it? I don't know. I can't remember, but I don't see any reason why Quiana Joseph should not be in it. But let's watch. Alleyne, she's in it. Over the wicket, balls to you, and so hit this down to Medan. It goes all the way down to the fielder on the long on boundary. She gets a single at the end of over number 12. The Trinbago Knight Riders been asked to bat by the Barbados Royal, or 54 for 3. 55 should say for 3. Beg your pardon. So the teams are the Barbados Royals, this Ailey Matthews, Chamira Atapatu, Quiana Joseph, Alleyne, Rashada Williams, Lara Alice, Georgia Redman, Armanda Jade Wellington, Connell Henry, Cherian Foster, Cherian Fraser, and Ashley Fletcher. Well, Cherian Fraser is not a part of the team. She's not a part of the World Cup squad. And the World Cup starts, I think, on the 10th. Is it the 10th? It's early October. It's the early part of October. You can remind me, if is it 7th or 8th or thereabout? Early part of October, the World Cup starts. So Quiana Joseph is it. Her first ball of this match. She's going to bowl over number 13. Round the wicket, balls to the right-handed Pandey, who hit this away. Down to the fielder on the cover boundary. They get a single. The score moves up to 56 for 3. She moves up to 22. Jonassen and 1 comes into strike. Barbados Royal really tightening the screw here on the Trinbago Knight Riders women. And their 11 is Datin, Glasgow, Rodriguez, Padilla, Casey and Knight, Johansson, Nation, Zeta James, and Isa Mohammed comes back into the side. Samarara Ramnat, the young off spinner from Trinidad, and Shamila Connell. That's the playing 11 for the Trinbago Night Riders as Johansson Seckers and Quiana Joseph now. They're taking their time about it again. I just can never understand this. You know, I just think I'm going to stop this watch along. What these girls think they are doing. And she plays that short mid-wicket and there is no run. They are just keeping up the game, holding up the game unnecessarily. You know, 56 for 3. Joseph over the wicket, bowls to Johansson, down the pitch, and she hit this, cannot beat the field at cover. That's Affley Fletcher, and there is no run. The score remains at 56 for 3 in over number 13, being bowled by Quiana Joseph. Please slash a like on the video and remind you to interact. Pulled away by Johansson, through mid-wicket, down to the fielder on the boundary. That's Amanda Jade Wellington, who underarmed the return in to the keeper, and they go through for a single. The score now moves up now to 57 for 3. 57 for 3 there. 22 to Pandya, 2 to Johansson. Trinbago Night Riders definitely need to get going here, because with only 7.2 overs remaining, that's 44 deliveries, they need to get somewhere close to 120 short. And she gave herself room, move across her crease. That's Pandya. She hit it high over square leg. They're gone for 1. They're back for the second. 2 they will get. The score moves up now to 59 for 3 with 1 delivery to come in over number 13. Pandya moves up to 24. Johansson, she remains on 2 from 4 deliveries. Quiana Joseph in her first over. She has conceded 4 runs thus far from the 5 deliveries. Round the wicket, bowls to Pandya outside the half stump. She cuts this to the field at backward point. Cannot beat her. And at the end of over number 13, Trinbago Night Riders been asked to take first strike in the final of the 2024 Women Caribbean Premier League. They are 59 for 3 against the Barbados Royals, the defending champion. That in she went early, bowled by Matthews in the very second over. One that pitched outside the half stump and come back a long way, turn, beat the inside edge, and that in went bowled by Matthews for 6. The next wicket to go was Rodriguez. She was out caught and bowled by Connell Henry for 2 of 6 deliveries. And a short while ago, Janella Glasgow, who have shown great intent, are 24 from 31. You want her to score above 100. A strike rate of above 100, as Sean Diaz said earlier today. The women game have evolved, and we're in women scoring now close to a strike rate of 200 in recent times. So let's watch Johansson. She's Seckers. Alleyne is the bowler. She's up to the wicket. Bowls to Johansson. Drive back past the bowler. Dead straight. It's going to run away into the middle of boundary now for 4. Lovely shot. Alleyne pitching up on Johansson onto the front foot. And she drove it sweetly, magnificently, full face of the bat. Back past the bowler on the offside of the pitch. She delivered over the wicket, but it was it on the offside. Jacqueline Williams was getting out of the way as that ball skipped past her down to the boundary for 4. Lovely shot. 63 for 3 in over number 14. Good start to the over. Is this a sign of things to come? Let's see as Johansson Seckers. Alleyne now. Over the wicket. Bowl to Johansson short. She drives to the field at the edge of the circle. That's Quiana Joseph. There's no run. She probably hit it a little too firmly. The score remains at 63 for 3 in over number 14. Pandya is on 24. Johansson is on 6. She's Seckers now. Faces up to Alleyne. Over the wicket. The West Indies right-hand bowler. Bowl to Johansson. Drive. Cannot beat Quiana Joseph, who has to move to his right. And they come through. Did they come through for a single direct hit there? They are celebrating. It looks like she's run out. So she drove it to the left of Quiana Joseph. They took off for the single. She came around and there was a direct hit and Johansson run out and Trinbago Night Riders lost their 4th wicket. Brilliant from Quiana Joseph there. Oh, lovely bit of work. It was stroked to her left. She came around from mid-off, picked up, and with one action, she shied down the stump. Brilliant from Joseph. And Trinbago Night Riders lost their 4th wicket and Johansson goes for 6. The score is now 63-4, and the new batswoman is Chedi Nation. She's in the West Indies team. She's out of St. Elizabeth in Jamaica. So Nation is in the team. She would not have been in my squad. But as again I said, that is for another reaction. The people of St. Elizabeth were probably are not happy with I'm saying so. But I continue to give my views, my perspective, and I try to remain as impartial as possible. $63-4. So at this stage, I would definitely say Barbados Royals is probably on top. Are they? You'll never know until the other team bat what's the nature of the wicket. But she drove that. She ran off right away. She came around. It was definitely too close to her. Once there's a direct hit, she was going to be out. Now, that was a direct hit by Quiana Joseph. She was brilliant. But those of you who are watching the game, look where Alleyne was. And that is what disappointed. Over the wicket, balls to the new batswoman Nation, who drive magnificently. Oh, that's Pandya, not Nation. Magnificently, because remember they went for a run to the left of the fielder at mid-off, down to the boundary for 4. Did she get a hand to it? Saw the wicket-keeper Redman having her hands in the air. Oh, yes, Jada Wade dropped the catch. She dropped the catch. Nonetheless, it's 4 more runs to the Trinbago Knight Riders, 67-4. And the smile have been wiped from her face. Let's watch now as Alleyne makes her way in now to bowl to Pandya. Up bowl to Pandya. And she tried to ramp it and is bowled. What was she doing? She tried to reverse sweep. She tried to switch it. I don't know. But she caught in a mess. And she was out bowled 67-5. Trinbago Knight Riders really under a lot of pressure here now. In over number 14. And Alleyne have picked up her second wicket in this over. So looking to ramp it, reverse ramp. And she was out bowled at the Dilshan scoop. She was, because Dilshan is really the first person I saw play the scoop. I think it was in the 2010. Was it in the 2010 World Cup? Nonetheless, though, she's out for 65. And I always wonder, after playing such a magnificent shot through mid-off, albeit the fielder dropped it, where she just stood up and hit through the line of the ball. Why those funky shots? Why just don't stand up and hit through the line of the ball and try and get some runs? Nonetheless, 67-2. The Barbados Royals definitely won't mind that at all. So this is the final of the 2024 Caribbean Premier League for women. The Caribbean Premier League for men start later this evening. And I will have live watch along on that match, also live commentary on that match. And so you can join me then for that match there. But Casey Knight now comes to the crease. And let's see what she will do. I don't know what she was doing. She lost her pandy. She lost her leg stump though. So good straight bowling by Alleyne. She comes in now, bowl, and Casey Knight pulled away at the last moment for what I don't know. But she just pulled away at the last moment. Was somebody walking behind the side? Oh, she just pulled away at the last moment. Wow. And Jacqueline Williams punched Alleyne in her mouth. Wow. Over the wicket, bowls to Casey Knight, who drives through the offside, down to the field on the cover boundary for a single. The score moves up now to 68-5. Well, let me clarify that, because probably I was melodramatic there. As Alleyne runs into bowl and Casey Knight pulled away, she put out her hand, but she put out her hand so late that Alleyne could not avoid the hit, so it was a coincidental punch, nothing doing there. It was not, it was purely accidental, They had a laugh about it, And so it's now 68 for 5. Casey and Knight is on 1. Nation yet to face a delivery as Knight keeps the strike. And after 14 overs, the Barbados Royal winning the toss and put the Trinbago Knight Riders into bat are 68 for 5 after 14 overs. And Matthews come back into the attack. And as usual, she's taking an eternity to set her field. Eternity. She's not even ready yet. She's not even yet at her bowling mark. As Casey and Knight seconds. So nice to see you two comment here. Oh, Athena, how you doing, man? Athena. Oh, Athena is saying why? Yes, why, Athena? Can you imagine? Just try to bat the remaining 6 overs, 5 wicket down. Could get a 20 or a 30 from Casey and Knight here, and a 20 or a 30 from Nation. Round the wicket, Matthews finally ready. Bowls to Knight, who tuck this away down to backward square leg. The fielder from short fine leg comes in on the arm, the return to the bowlers, and they go through for a single 69 for 5 after 1 delivery in over number 14. It has been bowled by Alleyne Matthews, the West Indies captain. She was confirmed as captain for the West Indies team to the World Cup earlier today. And happy to see Deandra Dutton back in that team. Nation, who is also in that team now, is on strike. She has been at the crease for a little while, but this is the first delivery that she's going to face. And once again, there's such a delay here. There must be on a timer. It's going to be very interesting to see if they're going to be penalized for slow overrun rate. I hope they do. Definitely hope they do, because this is poor, absolutely poor. Finally, her heart is content and she decides to comes in. Round the wicket, bowl to Nation. Nation off the back foot, plays it back to the bowler. In the air, travel a long way, but on the bounce, and there is no run. The score remains at 69 for 5 after 2 deliveries in over number 15. It is being bowled by the West Indies captain. Let's watch her now. As we are at Tarouba in the south of Trinidad. Bowl to Nation. She's off the back foot. She cuts, misses through to the keeper, and there is no run. Shedding Nation is it. She was named earlier today in the West Indies women team. As I said, she would not have been in my squad, but then I'm going to review the squad later, either tomorrow, Monday, thereabout. Matthews round the wicket, bowls to Nation. She's in, bowl to Nation, and Nation drive, cannot beat the fielder. She drives, cannot beat the field that cover. That's Kriana Joseph, and there is no run. The score remains at 69 for 5 in over number 15. Matthews 1 for 9 so far from 1.4 overs. Knight is on 2 from 2. Nation is on none from 3. As the run rate for Trinbago Knight Riders has been strangled here by the bowling of the Barbados Royal. Short third man, backward point cover, extra cover, mid-off. Long off, should say, comes in, bowl to Nation, who looks to turn this away. The fielder fine leg. Rashada Williams run back, cannot take the catch. She picks up and they second for 1. Let's watch the signal from the umpire. It's run. She's off the mark finally. After 4 deliveries, Nation is finally off the mark. The score moves up now to 70. That was right out of the middle of the bat, but the timing wasn't there. So 70 now for 5. 1 delivery to come in over number 15. Once again, they are adjusting just in the field as Knight seconds. Let's watch now the Trinbago Knight Riders fans. They are not happy. It's a good turnout there. 70 for 5. Knight seconds. Matthews is it. She's round the wicket, bowls to Knight, and Knight forward, plays it out into the offside. There is no run. At the end of the over, the score is 70 for 5. After 15 overs, the Trinbago Knight Riders asked to bat first by the Barbados Royals are 70 for 5. Athena is saying, what's your views on Zayda James making the team? And as I said, Athena, I'm going to recap it, but my view for Zayda James, if you asked me this 2 months ago, it would be a definitive no. Absolutely definitive no right away. I have seen signs of improvement from her in this tournament, and I want to, so I know 2 months ago it would be a definitive no. Give me some time to think about it, Athena. And by the time I'm ready to do the review, you would hear you'll hear my position. Give me some time to think about it. Like, oh, I know definitively that I would not have included Shady Nation, but then again, they see it fit to include her. Congratulations to her nonetheless. Alleyne over the wicket, bowls to Nation, who tried to whip this into the onside. It goes between stumps and her body through to the keeper, and there is no run. So that was pitched up, and she was looking to whip it through the onside, and she misses, and it goes away through to the keeper, and there is no run. So Nation is really struggling here. She's 1 from 5 as Alleyne looks up, looked up to the sky, runs in, bowl to Nation, bowled! Mid-stump knocked out of the ground. She pitched up. She tried to hit across the line of that one. She played all around it, and the mid-stump goes, and Shady Nation's miserable innings has come to an end. Although my friends in St. Elizabeth probably don't want me to say that, but she really struggled in this innings. And 6 deliveries, 1 runs. She never seemed to. I don't think there was one ball that comes out of the middle of the bat in her innings, and that's the thing about it. There are times when you come to the crease and you bust 2 drive, bam, 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 and they go straight to fielders, and you say, well, boy, unlucky. This time, I can't recall a ball coming out of the middle of Shady Nation bat, and she just heightened she just give credence to my opinion that she should not have been named in the World Cup squad. She just give credence to that. I would have, if I was to choose between she and Rashada Williams, I would have definitely gone for Rashada Williams ahead of Shady Nation. So Athena, here's Ada James. There was a press conference today, Athena, and I'm coming to that because these views I'm going to. There was a press conference, but the audio of the press conference was absolutely terrible, and I have a lot to say about the press conference, and I have a lot to say about what's his name, Jomel, what? Slocum, Slocum, I think is his name. Ball to Zayda James, flashes outside the off stump through to the keeper, and there is no run. Because that was, I was not allowed to ask any question at the press conference today, And that was one of the questions that I wanted to ask, but I was not allowed to ask any question. I was not allowed to ask, yet still persons got multiple opportunities, like Philip Spooner from Barbados got multiple opportunities to ask questions. Why I did not get any opportunity to ask questions, any questions. 71 for 6. But you'll hear more about it when I react to the naming of the squad and react to the press conference in general. So James is on 1 from 2 deliveries. Knight is on 2 from 3 deliveries. 71 for 6 after 15.4 overs. The Barbados Royal really strangling the Night Riders. But runs on the board is runs on the board. Alleyne over the wicket, bowls to James, taken on the pad, loud appeal, pitched outside leg, nothing doing. They go through for a run. Let's see. No, they did not go through for any run. Matthews is saying that she probably played it, but I don't think she played it. It definitely pitched outside the leg stump. Are they reviewing it? So they are reviewing it, but I think it definitely pitched outside the leg stump there. That one definitely pitched outside the leg stump. And let's see. At first, Matthews was saying that she get back onto it, but it pitched outside the leg stump. So they are going through the process here. Clearly not a no ball. But that clearly pitched outside the leg stump. I don't know why. Why did they review that? It make impact to outside the leg stump poor. Very, very poor. I don't like to see this from the West Indies captain, because not only did that ball pitch outside the leg stump, it also hit her outside the leg stump. And when you look at it, that she's going to be captain us in the World Cup, you want to see her decisions more solid. You know, this one is just so eerily fearless. Look at that. So there's another 2 stumps, isn't it? Even if there were 2 more stumps, that would have pitched outside the leg stump. Poor from Alleyne. Absolutely poor from Alleyne for taking that review. Someone who I have loved the improvement in her game, and I've seen her game improving, and I've said it more than once that she's definitely improving. Over the wicket bowls to Zayda James, who swung across the line of this one and is out. So James swung across the line of that one and is out bowled, and Alleyne have taken 4 for 12. 4 for 12 from 3 overs. What a bowling spell by Alleyne. And as I said, she have gone, in my book, she have gone ahead of Connell Henry 72 for 7 at the end of over number 16. And really, one would like to think that the Barbados Royals are large and in charge here in the finals of the women's CPL. Having won the toss and asked the Night Riders to bat, Deandra Drottin made 6. Janella Glasgow made 24. Jamaica Rodriguez made 2. Shika Pandya made 28. Jess Jonassen was run out brilliantly by Quiana Joseph for 6. Chadine Nation made 1 from 6 deliveries. Casey Knight is not out 2. And the last batswoman to go, Zayda James, bowled Alleyne for 1 from 3 deliveries. And a very, very seriously looking Deandra Drottin there. She's very, very serious. Look at that look. The new batswoman is Shamela Connell, the West Indies right-arm fast bowler. And if she's batting at number 9, who left to come in this batting order? If she's at number 9, let me look, because Jamela Connell, Anisha Mohammed, and Samara Ramarat are the 2 to come, but I would expect them to come ahead of Shamila Connell. Well, Ramarat is probably can't hit the ball away. She probably can't hit the ball away. And Anisha Mohammed, let's watch now as Casey Knight to face up to. So it's a very disappointed dismissal there for Zayda James. So Matthews round the wicket, bowl to Knight. Knight forward, comes off the outer portion of the bat. It runs down to third man. The return comes in. Connell struggled there. They will go up for the replay. Really disappointing. It was such an easy single. Don't laugh. There's nothing to be laughing about, Shamila Connell. Is that her belly getting big there? Oh, her belly is getting big. She made it nonetheless. You know, as an athlete, I don't like to see an athlete belly getting big. None at all. I don't really like it, you know. I know what the women are saying, but please, don't go there. Let us not go there. Don't go there. There's no need to go there. 73 for 7. The Barbados Royals are in charge of this match, it appears, at this time. So, Connell to face her first delivery. Knight is on 3. Connell yet to score. This is her first delivery. They're taking eternity to set the field, so I'll wait on them. Matthews over the wicket, bowls to Connell, who drive, taken on the pad, inside edge onto the pad, and there is no run. The score remains at 73 for 3. So she pitched up there, and she drove at that one, inside edge onto the pad, and there is no run. 73 for 7. I sure the Night Riders would have loved if it was 73 for 3. Matthews to Connell down the pitch, and she drive again, inside edge onto the body onto the pads, and there is no run. The score is 73 for 3. 73 for 3 there. And so you can see that the 73 for 3. Let's watch. Connell faces up to Matthews. She's over the wicket. Now bowls to Connell and she swings this high in the air, going down towards long on. The fielder comes around, picked up, sends the return in there, back for the second. The score moves up to 75 for 7. So Connell hitting that one high in the air, down towards long on, and they come back for 2, 75 for 7. We are in over number 17 of the 2024 Women Caribbean Premier League final from Tarouba at the Lara Cricket Academy in South Trinidad. Matthews over the wicket, bowls to Connell. She misses and bowled. She just swung across the line of that one and she's bowled. Terrible, terrible, terrible. And Connell is a part of our World Cup squad. Absolutely terrible. This is poor batting by these ladies. Absolutely poor. They definitely